Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today on this special occasion. Despite the situation and challenges that brought by COVID-19, I congratulate you all for making it happen on the third cohort. And now, I would like to welcome our QDB CEO, Mr. Abdulaziz Al Khalifa, to start the event with his speech. Welcome.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I was asked by Hamad to speak in English, so I will. They prepared a good speech. I'm going through it, so bear with me. Good morning and welcome to the third cohort demo day of Qatar SportsTech Accelerated Program. A warm welcome to our partners, participating SportsTech entrepreneurs, mentors, investors, members of Qatar SportsTech community, and all those who are continuously contributing to shaping Qatar SportsTech industry. Today, we wrap up the third cohort of the accelerated program with a sense of achievement, knowing the benefit that it brought to the enrolled startups, from workshops with international experts through to mentor support from world-class professionals and global leaders in sport tech and much more. Almost 3 years since the launch of Qatar SportsTech proved itself as an essential player of Qatar SportsTech community. QST is working tirelessly to bring the best local, regional, and international expertise to help accelerate the growth of startup on a global scale. Both the QST team and the third cohort of participants have set the bar high for the next wave of startups, inspiring young entrepreneurs with outstanding sport tech innovations. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the challenges we are facing today, we conclude this cohort on a positive note. Demo Day is another testament to our resilience and determination to continue fueling the sport tech industry with pioneering innovations that will impact the sport industry not only here in Qatar in the lead up to the 2022 World Cup, but also across the globe. After Demo Day, QST will continue supporting each company growth with targeted connections and hands-on commercial and fundraising support. We are looking forward to seeing all the pitches from our talented entrepreneurs. This is the speech that was written, and allow me just to speak from my heart to all of you. The reason why we have set up SportsTech Incubation and Acceleration Center is to ensure that we're providing accessibility to information, accessibility to training, and also, more importantly, accessibility to funding. It's a privilege to see that we're seeing investors, VCs and angel investors joining hands with us and welcoming the entrepreneurs and ensuring that those entrepreneurs don't only get access to training, but also get access to funding. QDB does provide accessibility to funding, but we know that it's not enough. We need more, and we need the private sector to act up. We need the angel investors to act up. Providing such a platform that provides accessibility to information, accessibility to training, and accessibility to funding will not also work if we don't provide accessibility to markets, to procurement opportunities. This is why we are working hand in hand with the government to ensure that accessibility to procurement is actually very viable for startups and technological projects. We're working with the research and development on that front. And I can tell you that 2021 will see great fruits of such efforts from Qatar Development Bank and other government entities, mainly Ministry of Finance. From all the efforts that Qatar Development Bank is doing, Qatar Science and Technology Park is doing, and other entities within Qatar, you could see that our ecosystem is developing further, ensuring that, I think it was published last month, that Qatar entrepreneurship ecosystem was ranked the best in the Arab world and third globally. That doesn't mean that by ranking the top in the Arab world and third globally, that entrepreneur's job is very easy in Qatar. It's not easy in Qatar and not easy anywhere else. An entrepreneur is someone who will always face challenges and ensure that through the means that they have will be able to accomplish their projects. I'm here to congratulate you, all the pitches that we're going to see today. I'm sure that you've been through a lot of good and great training from QST and the rest of the team. And to say that this is not the end. There is always room to obtain accessibility to information and training and ensure that you will be able to convert your business ideas into successful projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abdulaziz. And now, I would like to welcome Mrs. Hiba Al-Masri to take you through the agenda of the pitches. Welcome.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here today once again. We really appreciate your support and you being here today with your time. So to go through the agenda, just so you have the expectation of what today will look like, we will have a keynote speech by Mr. Ahmed Abbasi from Qatar Stars League. We will then start the pitches for the startups. We will go through 5 different startups. We will take a small break and then finish off with the other 5. We will finalize today with the trophy ceremony, have a lunch break, and after that, we will have all the startups' demos lined up down the hall. So you're free to visit their offices, demo their products, and just meet with the startups and get to know them a little bit more. So once again, thank you very much for being here. Thank you to all our partners, because without your support, we wouldn't be here. And we really, really appreciate your time and support you've given to this cohort. Without further ado, please welcome Mr. Ahmed Abbasi.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Actually, today is not going to be a speech. It's going to be a discussion, which I would like to start with a small video on the QSL. I'm truly honored to be here today. Truly honored to meet all of you. I don't want to talk about myself, what I do, and how I do it, because this is not what connects all of us together. What is important is why we do what we do. And my friend, my brother, Munasar, earlier said why we are all here. I would like to hear, before I start speaking, the 10 entrepreneurs, why you are here today. So if you can just state the name of your company and why you do what you do. Not what you do and not how you do it. Please.
I'm here because I love this planet inspiring zone from Qatar, because you have shown that you can achieve the unbelievable during the last decades. And we want to put another star into the sky, in the virtual sky, with Qatar. How we do it, I will explain to you later.
Thank you.
Hi, guys in the QSL and you guys in Qatar are doing a great job, and we think we can help you guys achieve your goals in terms of fan engagement, and yeah, make football memorable and exciting. Thank you.
All the startups? Thank you. Any other startup?
Hi, my name is Lars Vanderwall, and we're the two co-founders here of the Gym Story. You guys in Qatar, you want to make sports better, improve it with technology, and we feel like doing the same in fitness. Fitness is an essential part of any sport, because any professional athlete does train in order to become better, faster, stronger, and his or her own sport. And we'd like to be part of that journey of improving sport together.
Hi, I'm Billy from Life, and we are here to get this momentum together with Qatar, because not only 2022, but all this sports concept that you have here and all the goals you want and you will for sure achieve. We want to be part of this together with you.
Good morning. My name is Marco Gomez. I am from Midu. And
Our goal being here is to help all the youth and all the non-professional football players reach their dreams and make them come true. And we believe that with you, we are able to do this.
I actually want to hear one or two partners, because that would be also interesting to see the connection between the purpose of the investors, the partners, and the startups. One or two maybe. Somebody? Why you do what you do? Why you want to invest? Why you want to be connected to startups, to innovation, to the future? Sheikh. Thank you. Thank you all. Why we do what we do? This is the most important question that we all have to answer to ourselves. Us personally, please.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Marwan. This is much better. I represent Doha Tech Angels. It's a group of 15 angel investors that we have established in Qatar almost 2 years ago. We are interested in startups that have societal value and are very much connected to their community, because we believe if they are connected to the community will always carry them and help them through their journey. We know your journey is very difficult, and we work with you at a very early stage, from seed all the way to Series 1.
Thank you. Very interesting to hear everybody's purpose, why everybody is here, why we all do what we do. This question we all have to answer ourselves, even for us. Each one has his own purpose. Each company has its purpose. Each country has its purpose. But it all needs to be connected. We are all together shaping the future. We are all together making things better, stronger, faster, easier for us, for our children, for the generations to come. If we talk about Qatari football, now Qatar Stars League, Qatar Football Association, the national team, the Supreme Committee 2022, why do we do all of this? Is it about 11 players against 11 winning, playing, running around? Is it really about this? You think? Who thinks it's about that? It's just the game. Just a silly game. Running behind the ball. Nobody. So why do we do what we do? As the Qatar Stars League, as the Qatar Football Association. What do you think? What do you think? Can somebody tell me why we spend so much money and effort and work, and we build the best stadiums, and we bring superstars, and we play, and we win the Asian Cup. And again, I will say it, we win the Asian Cup. Bringing people together, okay?
To inspire and motivate.
Towards
a culture of sports, or
why?
Because that's one of the vision of Qatar.
Okay, you're getting there. No, not far. Okay, for the passion. Is that a how or is that a why? The passion is more a tool that we use.
I think you want to, the world is looking for you. And the affection of the world.
Okay, okay, yes. All of this is,
I believe football is the global sports, and through football, you unite globally.
yes. All of this is correct. So none of you said 11 against 11 silly game. So I'm quite happy about that. Otherwise, we're doing something wrong. What we do is the game, the passion. But why we do it is using this strong tool of football, this strong language that connects people, that connects languages, that connects worlds together. We use this tool to enhance social, economic, and environmental sustainability through the passion of football. Did we hear this somewhere? The first part. Sounds like the Qatar National Vision 2030. So this is why we do what we do. This is why we invest. Why is this important for startups to know? But by the way, whatever you do, you always have to ask yourself the question, why I do it. If you can't answer it, don't do it. Why is this so important? That you need to know our purpose. You need to know our purpose because it has to be connected to your purpose. Otherwise, there won't be a connection. Why we do what we do? It's not about football. It's about the society. It's about the environment. And of course, it's economic. We spend a lot of money building these stadiums, a lot of money bringing all those experts, doctors, players, superstars. We host mega sports events. But why we do it? It's for the country. It's for the future. Where do you think we're going as Qatari football? You're observing us from outside. You can see that we're hosting the FIFA World Cup 2022. We are hosting mega sports events. What does this sound like? Do we really just want to spread the passion? The key word is global. We are a global player when it comes to sustainability, when it comes to football, when it comes to hosting mega sports events. So this is our standard. So when we talk about the league in particular as an example, our vision is to become the best league in Asia, on and off the pitch. What does it mean, on and off the pitch? It means that we want to provide and deliver the best football on the pitch, but also out of the pitch to have professional clubs, sustainable clubs. We have grassroots, we have society and community works with the clubs and with the league. So all of this is connected for us to become the best league in Asia. It's not just about, again, it's not just about playing and winning. A brief history of QSL, and this is important, and I'll tell you why this is important. So QSL, the Qatar Stars League, was actually established in 2008. 2006 was the first, our founder, which is the Qatar Football Association, formed the Qatar Professional Football Management, which became in 2008 the Qatar Stars League, which was then recognized by the AFC in the same year. For the startups, for the entrepreneurs, why is this important to know? First of all, you need to know that, different from anywhere else in the world, our football family, they are all connected. So the Qatar Football Association is the founder of the Qatar Stars League, and they work closely together. Aspire, Academy, Foundation, works also closely together with the Qatar Football Association, with the Qatar Stars League, with the SC. So we are very, very close. We work together. If you see other examples in the world, it's quite the opposite. They are more, you feel sometimes that they are competitors. If you see, for example, in England, the FA and the Premier League have different interests. They have fights. That doesn't exist here. We have a synergy together because we have a common purpose. If you talk with somebody from the QFA, deep talk about purpose, why you do what you do, you will get to the conclusion that it's for the country. It's for the sustainability of the country. It's for the future of the country. You talk with somebody in Aspire, you will get the same feeling. You talk with somebody in QSL, you get the same feeling. It's about the country. I want to do something for the country, a better league for the country. 2022 and 2022, and I think this is something also we can all be very, very proud of. We know about 2022 since 2010. And most of us don't work in the football family, but we're all part of 2022. We all feel it. You go on the way, you know that delivering the amazing is not just the organization of 2022. It's everybody. It's the whole country. It's the taxi driver. It's the waiter. But it's also the referee, the player. So, the clear message from 2010, 2nd December, until, inshallah, even after 2022, is that our real Akram Afif and Hassan Haydous and Saad Al-Sheeb, our key players, are everybody. You are all Hassan Haydous. We are all the playmakers, the ones who will get the ball inside the goal for 2022. Because to deliver the amazing, we all have to deliver together. And this is very important to know for the startups when they create their innovation, when they pitch. Our football family is one. And it's always about the country. You want to achieve something, you want to add something, it has to be something that adds value to the country, to the future of the country. Another point, if we see this slide about the history of the Qatar Stars League, is the speed of growth. So this league, this professional league, has been existing now for 14 years. Now we are one of the top 3 leagues in Asia, and our ambitions are very, 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 very much beyond that. In 14 years. What does it tell you as entrepreneurs? We are patient, but we are not that patient with growth. We want to be better, we want to be faster, we want to be stronger. And we can do it. We have proven that we can do it. 2010, 2022. You see the country, how it was in 2010. You see how it is now in 2022. 2 different worlds. It goes the same for the football, the organizations, the people. So growth and the speed of growth is a very, very important element for all of us to consider when doing something that adds value to our lives. Our vision is to become the best league. we talked about the purpose. We are very firm about the purpose. We are very firm with our vision, but we are flexible with our methods. We are an adaptive organization. And maybe the best example of being adaptive is now this crisis of Corona. You know, we have school. From one day to the other, we can't go to school anymore. Do we stop learning? No. We started online learning. We're doing sports. From one day to the other, we couldn't do sports anymore. Do we stop? No. So as an organization, we also have to be adaptive. As a startup, more than anyone else, you have to be adaptive. Because the world is changing so fast, if you don't develop, grow, learn, day by day, the world is going to develop faster than you are, faster than your organization is, faster than your product is, your service is. The needs of the people change from day by day, from one day to the other. We have needs today that were created throughout the past decade, which we couldn't even have thought of 10, 15 years ago. This is very important for a startup to know, that the reality of today is not the reality of tomorrow. We have 12 clubs in Qatar. In the first in the Qatar Stars League, 12 professional clubs. This is the current table. I'm sure everybody is following the Qatar Stars League. Al-Sadd is currently the top of the league. But it's a very exciting season. We have regulations that create the framework of the professionalism. Again, you know that our vision is to become the best league on and off the pitch, so we are very professional. Our clubs are very professional, very sustainable when it comes to economic sustainability. We have 5 foreign players in each club. Who can tell me the most famous player in our league right now? Santi Cazorla. I was hoping for Hassan Haidous, but Santi Cazorla is okay. And we have a league with quite young average of age when it comes to the players. Why is that? Why is it important? Why do I stop here? Why do I talk about it? What's the importance about age when we talk about entrepreneurship?
Motivation, experience.
Yes. Yes. But also the energy. The future. We are looking ahead to the future. So when you see the Qatar national team winning the Asian Cup in 2019, this didn't come from one day to the other. This was hard work, believing in a vision, having a common purpose, believing in the youth. Again, believing in the future, which is important for entrepreneurs, which is important for innovators. You have to have a vision, how this player, this 19-year-old player, is going to be the star player in 5 years. It goes the same for your product, for your service. How this service is going to make a difference in 5 years, in 6 years, 7 years. Not today. Today people won't understand it. But in 7 years, it's going to be the thing that nobody can live without it. We have different nationalities when it comes to our league, which creates different experiences. Same as the room that we have here. This is what makes us stronger. All those experiences, all those different cultures, all those different languages, all those different products, services, ideas. Bringing them together in one league makes us stronger. Now, No, again, and I know I've asked this question many times, but believe me, this is probably the most important question that we all have on a daily basis to ask ourselves. Why? Why do we use technology? Us as a football organization, why do we use technology? It's human beings playing, right? So can you please tell me, why do we as a football organization use technology? Now please, the entrepreneurs, you better have a good answer to that.
Because at the end of the day, we are in a competitive space, and when you say that we want to be the best league in Asia, or we compete with other leagues, and technology is a means to achieve that vision that you have stated. So it's a means to an end, not the end itself.
Good answer. Somebody else also wants to add?
Technology makes you faster, makes you easier, makes you cheaper, cost effective, so it is the best part of the better part of the business.
I like both answers. Sheikh.
Efficiency and effectiveness and insights. Technology can give you a lot of efficiency, effectiveness, and insight. You can read a lot of things of using technology and can bridge gaps and make things faster and bigger because you have a lot of data that you wouldn't have without technology.
Correct. In football, let's go back to the football pitch, to the field. This 1 second advantage brings me a goal, makes me win, gets me a trophy, creates a career, generates millions and millions. This 1 second. If we go into details, a little bit into details, technology helps us. It's a tool. Technology, and I certainly hope that technology will never replace the actual game, although e-gaming is now a big industry. But technology, at the end of the day, is just a tool. And this is something we all need to understand. It does not replace the players. It does not replace the ball. For now, it replaces a little bit the referee. But this is very controversial. But the technology is a tool that helps us. It adds value. It has to give me this advantage, this millisecond. But it's very important that through this technology, I know how to use it. I'm going to give you an example. Who has a sports watch? It's very trendy at the moment. It tracks your sleep. It tracks your steps. I think most of us have it, right? But how many of us actually know how to analyze those numbers? I mean, who tracks his sleep? But people do it now. A lot of people do it. Yes, but most people don't know how to analyze it. What does it mean, actually? 20,000 steps, what does it mean? Does it make a difference if those steps were sprints? It was a long run, or it was a walk? It makes a difference. So, it's important that this technology, to add real value to us, we need to know why we are using it. I want to become faster. So, when I run, I track my speed, and I try to beat that number. The same goes for football. And in the past 10 years, we've seen an immense growth in technology in football. And we've worked with coaches, and we played in an era where technology and innovation was actually something that people were laughing about. Because everything was about the eye. The coach with his eye can tell you you were good, you were bad, you ran too much, you're not giving too much. But now, if you go to Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, they have a department with 20, 30 people just working on innovation and technology to analyze the smallest detail of your players and even of your opponent to give you this advantage. This 1 second. Because this 1 second makes a difference. This is why in football we use technology. And again, your innovation has to be connected somehow to that why. For analysis, to make me stronger, to prevent injuries, to learn about the weaknesses of my opponent. This is how I can gain advantage and I can get better. So it's very important. This is why also we believe in, we as the Qatar Football Association and the Qatar SportsTech, we believe in innovation. And when we say we are firm with our purpose and our vision, we are very flexible with our methods. And to be flexible with the methods, you need to believe in innovation. You need to believe in technology, because this is the future. What have we done in the past 10 years when this growth happened? We were one of the first leagues in the world to fully use technology to analyze our players and our football. Because it's easy to say, you know, this is a good match, this is a good player, but the numbers talk. How do we get the numbers? Through technology. So we signed roughly 10 years ago through our playmakers, Mr. Miguel and Mr. Fahad, around 10 years ago, with a company called Stats that provides us every single match the statistics of the match. It tells you everything about you, and the numbers don't lie, but you need to know how to analyze them. And a lot of players at that time didn't know how to analyze them, and they misinterpreted it. So those numbers need somebody qualified to know how to interpret them, how to use them to have this advantage. We also track in training the physical statistics, how many kilometers the players are running, and what the heart intensity or what the heartbeat is at that training. What does it tell us? It tells us if the players are doing everything, if they're giving everything, and it also a very important criteria, or a very important number. It gives you an indication of a player that is about to burn out, a player that is about to get injured. Does this sound like advantage? Just imagine those players that we get for millions and millions, those Santi Casolas, those important players, those Hassan Aidous before an Asian Cup, knowing exactly how he is, and not just by the question, how are you doing? Which used to be the case in the past. In the past, before we had this technology, there was a questionnaire handed by a coach to a player. How are you feeling from 1 to 5? How tired are you? And the player can just tick. But the player has also pressure to say, I'm feeling well, because he wants to play. And this gives you a disadvantage at some point. What's the present like? Today, we use technology during training that gives me, as a coach, instantly the information about my players, how they are doing right now. He's sprinting right now, and I can say, okay, he can give me more. He can sprint more. I can talk to him. I can advise him. He can train harder. He can train better. But also instantly it can tell me this player is about to burn. He's giving way more than his heart can give. So it's all about now. It's all about instant information. What else? During the match, the coach gets his analysis live during the match, and he can take decisions on that. Obviously, the coach is just one man. He has a staff, but they're all living the same moment. So it's difficult to analyze in detail in that moment and make the right decision, because that decision can bring you the goal or can make you lose. So what happens now? There is something called live analysis. The assistant coach has an iPad, and there is another assistant coach, an analyst, in the back of, in the stadium. And he is sending them live with a 20-second delay, captures of videos showing weaknesses of our team and also of the other team to give him this advantage, to make this decision. Also the physical data, instantly. This is important for you to know. Why is this important? Because time matters. Before, it used to be okay to get the information after the match, to prepare for the next match. But that's not enough. Again, we need to be adaptive. Technology is now faster, quicker, better. Gives me more detailed information. But again, faster. Because I need that information precisely, and I need it now. Because I need now to make a difference. Another innovation that we are using right now, and I think probably that everybody knows today, is the video assistant referee. Do you all know the VAR, the video assistant referee, which has changed the game somehow? Any Al-Arabi fans here? No? Always unhappy about the VAR? The VAR gives you now more fairness because there is no space for human failure of the referee. But why do I talk now about the VAR? Because it gives me an indication how the future will look like. If you asked somebody in football 5 years ago, 6 years ago, about a video assistant referee, he would tell you this is impossible because it's against the game. You know, it's part of the game to have those mistakes. It's part of the game to have those failures of the referee. Yes, Maradona would not have scored the goal with his hand. France would not have qualified to one of the biggest competitions in the world if it was not Henri's goal with his hand. So now the question back to you. If we have seen this actually happen in the past 5 years, what does the future look like in football? What do you think? 2030, how is football going to be? I want to hear from you. 2030, a football match, what has changed? What is different from today? Give me something specific. Just envision something.
Well, I have seen some technologies already coming to catch the offside using technology. So I don't know if that's even a future. It's already in pipeline. This is a case that we have seen recently. So, but that's about it for now, I think.
No, 2030. I want you to envision something. Again, the VAR, 7 years ago, you would explain to somebody in the football industry, the VAR is coming in 7 years. There's going to be 2 referees outside with the video, talking to the referee, making decisions based on a video assistant referee. He would tell you this is insane. This is never going to happen. And I want 1 or 2 ideas that are going to happen in 2030. And it's very important, very, very important for any entrepreneur, to envision his idea in the future. How is this going to make a difference in the future? Please.
Since I come from the VR edge and the gaming edge, I will predict to you that in 2030 you will have a game that actually the people who are watching, they will be in the game as players, potential one, because the game will be doubled in VR and in virtual reality with like a game. Yeah, so you will have your avatars, and you will actually have, you can say, I'm the player number 1 or 2 or 3, and I can play the same game with him from a gaming perspective.
I think the use of data will have systems that will literally tell the coach what are the moves and the things that he has to be adjusting real time in the game to get an edge. So you get the data, and but now there's like a robot recommending move this player, change this player to this other player, and do those sort of things.
I think the games will be much faster, more physical, and I think we need to start with this technology also with the youth. If we don't start with them from the beginning, they cannot reach high level, they will not understand what's happening in the game. So everything must be faster.
We have one more.
Well, I think it's all regarding data. That's the important thing, and that's the base for the growth of the sport of football, even more than it already has. And I agree. I think everything has to start from the base, which is the youth. But I think data will be helping squads to actually build the teams and recommending which player actually fits in with that coach, with that type of 11 that they're going to put on the field. It's going to go, and we're going to have people, as you said before, having injuries prevented, so you will be taking care of your assets, like we like to say, and you will be saving money, which is where you've invested on the players.
We would have so much of data already present that the players on the ground would be so planned, the game could be so planned that the players, when they go on the ground, need to do something unusual than the usual. For example, you would have so much profiling of the players that you know that this player is going to act in this way. And so what he does differently is what becomes the match winner, and not the usual stuff. So that is something that probably could become a winner.
In 2030, robotics would be included in the game somehow. No, I mean, maybe referees, maybe just something more that we can't envision now, where it seems really ridiculous, but this is really what technology is, something that you think is ridiculous today, and then you see it happening in the future. And the way that robotics are being developed now, I do see that it would play a bigger role in the game.
Anyone else? Okay. I'm sorry I surprised you with this question. But you are the ones who are going to change the football in the future. If not you, nobody will. We are just going to play it. But you are the game changers. Envision, have those crazy ideas, those VAR ideas for the future. Change it. Change the world. Challenge the status quo. The referee is just part of the game, and the mistakes are just part of the game. This is how we have known it for hundreds of years. We're not going to change it. But what happened? It changed. You change it. I want to challenge you to challenge the world, to challenge the future. Create it. Nothing is crazy. Nothing. But you have to envision it. Please.
I mean, what about the spectators? This is all focused on improving the game. But what about the people that make the game popular?
These are just some examples. Of course, some of you mentioned data. It's going to be very important. But again, data is just a tool. Remember that. It's a lot about the spectator experience, which is immensely going to change in the next few years. Why do I say the next few years? Because it has just been accelerated through the crisis. Now people are going to be more careful. It's going to be more restricted. So what do? We adapt. We adapt. You adapt. Your products adapt. Your services adapt. I can't go to the game anymore because it's just 30% capacity. On Friday and Saturday, it's going to be 50% capacity for the first time in the world. Here in Qatar, His Highness, the Emir Cup, inshallah, on Friday, with 20,000 spectators. And on Saturday, the Champions League final. How? We adapt. We made methods so that we can do it. You have to do that. But you have to envision. You have to envision a future that is better, faster. Where the players have this advantage. How can they train better? How they can become faster? How do I, as a spectator, have an experience, as you said, where I have a view of the player inside the field? You have to create that. But you have to have those ideas. You have to have this vision of the future. If you don't have it, we won't have that future. I'm very concerned about our future right now, actually. We are going to have a beautiful future. It's going to be very exciting. 5G is coming up. Internet is going to be so much faster. It's going to open opportunities for all of you to create better products, better services, a better experience for the spectator, more visibility for the sponsors, more analysis for the coaches, to have stronger players, faster players, more fairness in the game. I see in a couple of years, maybe a game without any referee, where the whole thing is just somebody who is behind a screen taking decisions on every single matter in the match. It's possible. But you have to create that. We have to create it together. Challenge the status quo. Not going to go through the achievements, because the achievements at the end don't matter. What matters is why we do what we do. We do all of this to enhance the social, economic, and environmental sustainability of the country. And these are some of the achievements. Before I conclude, I want you to watch this video, which is probably the most beautiful video in the world.
In Asia, Qatar are the Asian champions 2019.
I still have goosebumps every time I watch this. I'm very much looking forward to the future. I'm very looking forward to towards a future that will make us faster, better through you. Because we have a common purpose and because we are all adaptive. These are the two key takeaways. It was a pleasure to be here today. Thank you very much, and any questions, I'm more than happy to listen to. Any questions? Yes, please.
You say you're going to be the best league on and off the pitch. What metrics do you use to measure that?
Yes, of course we have several criteria to be the best league on and off the pitch. So internally we have it in detail, or we know in detail where we are going. On the pitch is ultimately the national team, because all the national team players play in the Qatar League for now. And as I said earlier, we all work together towards a common purpose. So the national team is always the core, or in the core, one of the core objectives that we always consider also in the league. Off the pitch, it's being professional, being economically sustainable, doing something for the society, something valuable for the society, but also environmental, and this is very important. We announced that we want to be the first league in the world to be carbon neutral. So this defines our track on how we want to become. Actually, to be honest, and I hope I'm still sounding humble when I say that, but it is really beyond being just the best league in Asia. We want to be pioneers in global football, a key player in global football when it comes to technical excellence, but also being environmentally sustainable, and also economically sustainable clubs. We have an example today to the world of how you can centralize a financial system in the league to keep the economic sustainability of all the clubs, which today we have achieved. Please.
For 2030, as a game changer, what would that be? You have so connected to the games. What would that one thing be?
As a game changer, globally or for Qatar?
Globally for football.
I see a threat coming from the games industry, because I believe that this is not very productive for youth football, because more and more people are getting better and better playing just at home on their PlayStation, rather than playing outside, which used to be the case for the past 100 years. So I think this can be a major negative game changer. No, but I think I'm a firm believer in turning a crisis into opportunities, and I think that clubs need to use e-gaming in ways which connects the youth also to the clubs, and promoting the game also out of just the living room. Please.
It will be success for the Qatari team in the World Cup 2022? I'm talking sports-wise. So you think like passing the first phase would be sort of like a good outcome? Or?
Yes. Okay. So I was the director of operations at the national teams for many years, also at the year of the Asian Cup. So I know what we are targeting for, and I know how we're going to tackle this. As you know, an indicator for that is the year. If you see the calendar of the year, the football calendar for our national team in the year 2021, we're going to play, inshallah, the World Cup qualifiers in Europe against Portugal, against Serbia, and other big teams. We're going to play the Copa America. We're going to, yes, in Colombia. We're going to play the Gold Cup. We're going to play the Pan-Arab Cup, and probably also the Gulf Cup, all in the same year. So this gives you an indication of limitless ambitions. I mean, we played the Asian Cup in a country that didn't allow our team to come on a private jet directly from Doha to the UAE, and we made it there. So there is no limits to our ambitions. We won't say, okay, we want to stop there. We are going to do whatever it takes to go as far as possible, inshallah. And we believe that everything is possible.
Yeah. What would you think that is the major problem or challenge that the QSL is facing right now? Like one specific problem.
Right now? Now?
Yeah.
Corona crisis. Now, I think the Corona crisis, again, turning crisis into opportunities. Of course, the Corona crisis has taught us a lot of things. Number one thing, the real heroes are not on the green pitch. They are in the hospitals. those are the heroes. Those are our number 10s. Those are the ones that actually deserve those millions that we pay to the players. This is number one. Number two, the players have learned during this time how it feels like to have a life without being a professional football player. And I hope they really learned that, because it's important. They have to be professional on their own. There is nobody to supervise them how they train, how they eat, how they sleep. And at the same time, how lucky they are to have this opportunity to earn their money, good money, from their passion. From our perspective, it was a difficult time, of course, but we learned how to be even more adaptive. We had to create a protocol which changed the operations of the league that we could never have thought of. We could never have thought of to ask the players, to go to quarantine, to follow them in the quarantine, to supervise them for 2 weeks, to test them every 3 days, us to get tested every 3 days. Our nose got bigger because we got tested every 3 days, we as operators. Why? Because we don't want to be a danger. So we have now perspectives that we never have thought of before this time. So our perspective has now widened. For spectators is something that we are working on very much, to have more, to get more and more spectators into the stadium. I believe, and there is a lot of research on the situation in Qatar in regards to spectators for the league. It has to do a lot with our context and how the people have so many things to do in the country other than going to the stadium and watching Santi Cazorla play, which is actually something people would pay a lot of money to do that in other countries. So we are enhancing the spectator experience, but the focus is very much on the international games, on the national team, and on the FIFA World Cup 2022. But we have to know that to enhance and optimize all of that, we need to have a stronger league. We have a strong league. We have very good players, attractive football. So we are on track to become the best league in Asia. I believe we already almost are.
I think we have a final question here.
Last question, I promise. My question is actually more of trying to understand the future, because you guys are on top of the game. The issue with monetization, especially during the FIFA events, a lot of that is captured in various levels and sponsors, and there's a lot of money being spent and being gained in the process. How do we capture this at the entrepreneurship level? And what should entrepreneurs look for? And what models they should avoid, because those are areas they are sure they're not going to monetize on. It's a little sensitive, but something that has always been going on in my mind. All of these technologies, what happens if it conflicts with FIFA interest or one of the sponsors' interests? How do they make sure that their time and investment is actually monetized?
Very good question. I have one word to answer it, and then I will answer it in detail. Why? If whatever you do, whatever organization you do, if the why is different than the why of why we have the World Cup, then the event itself might not be helpful for you. If you make a business just to gain the money during the World Cup, this is not the purpose of the World Cup. Your purpose is not connected to the purpose of the World Cup. The purpose of the World Cup is not to generate money. So if that's the only purpose, it's going to be difficult to gain it. So how do we still capitalize on the World Cup? The World Cup is just a catalyst. We all need to understand that. The World Cup, there is no end of the world after the World Cup. There is no end of football after 2022. And unfortunately, a lot of people think that after 2022, we won't have a league, we won't have football, we are just going to stop everything. Most important thing is the World Cup. We've had it, ma salama, we just close the doors. This is not going to happen. We think way beyond 2022. We think way beyond 2030. So any organization, any business that you want to do, don't fix it on the World Cup. That's a mistake, in my opinion. The World Cup is a catalyst, and as such, the World Cup can be a major catalyst for your innovation, for your product, for your service. You can promote it through the World Cup. It can get more visibility through the World Cup. Or you can use the momentum of the World Cup for your company, for your business, to make it grow faster. But if you think you're just going to do something for the World Cup, I have some bad news for you. On the 18th of December in 2022, the World Cup is going to finish. And there is going to be a day after that. And that day after should include whatever business you have, whatever purpose you have. It should not change. Our purpose never changed. It didn't change through the World Cup. It will not change after the World Cup. If you want to capitalize with the World Cup, it's a good idea. But think beyond the World Cup. Any innovation that you have, it has to add value, but it has to promote the country. It has to enhance the social and economic and environmental sustainability of the country through the passion of football. How is that? If your innovation makes our football faster, this is how you are improving the passion of football. You're getting more people to watch it because it's now faster football. So the main idea of that is there should not be a thought of we're doing something for the World Cup. We are not doing the league today for the World Cup. We understand that the World Cup is a catalyst, so this is why we can have an accelerated growth of the league towards the World Cup, which gives us a momentum, which we want to use to have an even better league after 2022. Because what happens after 2022? Hopefully, inshallah, we will have 2027 Asian Cup. And I think today or tomorrow it will be decided if we will get, inshallah, and I believe we will get the 2030 Asian Games. So there is no stop. And probably after that, the Olympic Games. All of those are catalysts. And this is something very important for all of us to understand. The World Cup, the Asian Cup, winning the Asian Cup, all of those are catalysts. They are not the end. There is a day after. You have to make sure that if you connect your purpose to the purpose of the organization, which means that you understand both, you are good to go for the future. If, however, you see that as you do it only for the event or only for, I don't think it's sustainable. So you have to be very, very careful.
Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you. It was an honor. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. Would you guys like to take a short break, or do you want to dive right in? It's up to the audience. Let's continue. So again, thank you to all the partners, and thank you for being here today and for your continued support throughout all of our cohorts. So just to give you some numbers into what this cohort looked like, we scouted over 1,600 different startups. Of that, 322 applied. 21 were shortlisted, where we brought them together with our partners, and our partners helped us choose the top 10. So some achievements within this cohort. Combined, these startups have raised over they've raised over $5.8 million. They have over 50 different partnerships, and they combined together have over 11 patents. Our first round will consist of these 5 startups: Life, Yumido, Gym Story, Fancygen, and Gymcraft. Keep in mind, we have startups coming from all around the world, and I hope you enjoy their pitches. We'll kick it off with Life, and if you've enjoyed the music today, this was generated by Life, so enjoy.
Hi, I'm Billy Mello, co-founder of Life, a Berlin-based startup. Let me start this presentation with a question.
What does Michael Phelps, Serena Williams, and Oscar de la Hoya have in common? Apart from being the top athletes in the sports, the three of them suffer from some kind of mental health problems. Nowadays, due to COVID and all the pressure to perform, 33% of the athletes in the world suffer from some kind of mental health problems, such as depression, anxiety, or insomnia. And on top of this, it also costs time and money for both athletes and their sports clubs or associations. And the same percentage applies to the world population. Mental health problems cost $1 trillion in 2019. And now with COVID, it is even worse. In Qatar, it's no different. A survey says that 77% of the people of Qatar are aware of mental health problems in the country. But how can we motivate and relieve this pressure from the athletes? Let me tell you, with music. And that's where Life comes in. At Life, we motivate and relieve mental and physical problems for athletes by delivering the right music at the right moment, generated by themselves. And science backs us in this. According to various research from universities all over the world, music helps people relieve mental and physical problems. A study from a medical advisor says that sound improves sleep quality and the post-sleep state of athletes. And when you're listening to Life for relaxation purposes, you get a 95% activity reduction and a 194% calm increase compared to listening to regular songs. This data is essential. The data provides us with multiple information coming directly from the athletes so we can analyze and instantly deliver music. Now let's talk about the music from Life. If data and science are rational, music is entirely emotional. I've been in the music business for more than 30 years, and I've personally seen how music and the emotion that it creates can actually save lives. And to create this emotion is our magic. And it works in 3 steps: music, voice messages, and brainwave entrainment. At first, we gather data from the athlete, and our machine learning system delivers generated music or integrated music from Spotify or Apple into Life. You can have a relaxation session with generated music or a pre-training session listening to Beyoncé, for example. Then comes the voice messages. Life provides AI-generated voice messages in 4 languages, so we can help athletes achieve their goals in the proper way. And third, under everything and most important, comes the brainwave entrainment, which is a method to stimulate our brains into entering specific states through sound frequencies. When we gather everything and deliver this through Life, we are focusing on performance enhancement and mental problems relief for athletes. But we can go even further. For that, we have a 2-step business model. First, we will deliver our eHealth app with premium subscriptions, in-app purchases, and sponsored contents. And second, we will create our AI music label with focus on athletes' well-being and deliver this to music platforms to generate content, revenue, raise awareness, and build a community. In total, we are into a massive market of more than $22 billion per year, and we intend to get at least 3% of this. Our competitors are there and prove that this is a high-value market, but Life delivers more. Life delivers real-time AI music with brainwave entrainment, backed by specialists in science and integrated with all wearables in the market. Our MVP is fully working, and you can test with me after the presentation. But more, we have a patent-pending technology, we are talking to Apple and Spotify for this music integration, and we're testing with beta users who are giving us great feedback. We've already bootstrapped $127,000. QST invested $150,000 in us, and we need $770,000 more to continue developing Life. After this funding, we will research, develop, test, build our AI music content, and deliver everything on the 4th quarter of 2021. We are the perfect team to deliver, from musicians and tech specialists to doctors and wearables experts, with a combined experience of more than 214 years. It is a Jurassic but amazing team, I can definitely tell you that. We believe that mental health problems are underestimated in sports business, and we want to help athletes get instant and long-term relief from this, with science, data, and music. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Billy. Next up, we have Lars from Gym Story.
Nope.
Nope. Sorry, Yumido, Marco from Yumido.
My name is Marco Gomez, and I am the founder and CEO of Yumido. Our dream is to make football technology available to everyone. This is 30 years ago. I was a passionate football player with excellent physical and technical skills, but I was lacking two very important things. I had no connections to a professional network, and on top of that, I suffered health issues. Just as an example, during last year playing, I had muscle injuries and But I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about the 265 million players. Whoop, sorry, we just had a little mistake here. Okay, skipping some slides. We're here to talk about the 265 million players around the world that still today, 30 years later, do not have contacts with a professional network and do not have access to an affordable vest that can track their system and take care of their health. So this is where Yumido comes in. At Yumido, we solve this problem from 2 points of view. We solve the problem from the point of view of the players and from the point of view of the organizations. For the player, Yumido grants access to a network where they can show their talent. We have also been working for 2 years developing an affordable vest. And when we combine both of these, we grant them with professional data and what we call the 3 Fs: fun, football, and fitness. For the teams, clubs, scouts, and associations, Yumido grants them access to what possibly is the world's largest non-professional football network. There, they can find any player, any profile that they're looking for. And when they use our vest, what they're doing is not only obtaining metrics, they are taking care of their most valuable assets, their players. So, how does it work? Where is the... It's very simple. The players turn on a device, they put on the vest, they play, they have fun, they enjoy. Exactly the same as the professional players. When they finish, they take off the vest, they turn off the device, they go to their locker room, and voila! In the palm of their hand, they have information that up till now was only for the professional players. And regarding our database, well, we have more than 2 million games and 627,000 players, which are growing week after week. With this and AI, we are capable of detecting who is going to be the next future star. Yumido is building a reliable and cost-efficient platform. So how do we stand out from our competition? I want you to listen to this. Yumido is the only device that does detect 9 heart problems. We do this at an extremely high accuracy rate. If we take Apple Watch, for example, they have a 34% accuracy detecting atrial fibrillation. Yumido has 95.71%. But not only that, we are the most affordable tracking device on the market. We save more than 90% of the cost on average. And last but not least, we are the only providers of official data combining it with physical stats. So, talking about growth, which is important for startups. Everyone knows Facebook. During their earliest years of growth, they had each user bring 7 more people to their platform. At Yumido, we have achieved that each player brings 6 more friends to our community. We have also managed to register 24% of our target market in under 1 year, which on a global scale would mean that over 63 million players would be joining us. And we have a peak retention rate of 90%. Where will we make money from? Well, we have 3 income lines: premium subscriptions, ambassador agreements, and our vest sales, obviously. Up to today, we have raised $317,000. We are asking for $500,000 to invest in marketing, team, and technology. We have already $70,000 committed. And the milestones follows. We will reach 400. We will introduce ourselves to 6 new countries, and we will multiply our investors' money by 15 over the next 4 years. This is our team. We have a wide and long experience in entrepreneurship, over 50 years, and we have been developing technology for more than 30. We have a lifetime bonded to sports and football and have worked for some of the most important brands in the world.
30 years ago, I wasn't able to make my dream come true. But we have worked to create the tools to help anyone who has the same dream realize it. We would love to have you joining us on this journey and helping those people make their dreams come true as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marco. Coming from Holland, we have Lars for Gym Story.
My name is Lars, CEO and co-founder of Gym Story. And 6 years ago, this was me, when I weighed 25 kilos more than I weigh now, and I was unsuccessful in the gym trying various workouts and motivational tools. I only started seeing results after I switched to running, where I could have my runs tracked, gamify my runs, and share them with friends that were also dedicated to becoming healthy. And that's why we started Gym Story, to create the same product for in-gym fitness. And what I experienced happens a lot in fitness. I was drawn to a gym membership through commercials with fit people and ready to lose weight. Signed a 1-year contract that cost me 40 euros per month, only to start training myself because I had no money for a personal trainer. I logged every exercise by hand, filled them in Excel back home, pray for positive results, and come to realize, after 12 weeks, that I made no progress, lost no weight, lost my motivation, and lost all that money and time. So how can we fix this? If only measuring progress and achieving results was easier. And that's why we created the Story Tracker. Designed by us, this sensor does all the work for you. It's snapped on fitness equipment inside the gym, and that's it. Ready, set, go. You never want to work out without Gym Story ever again. And our product works in 2 ways. First, for the gym. It takes 1 second to install our product on fitness equipment. And to save energy, the battery life, to save energy, the sensor only awakes when it's set in motion to save battery life. And that's how easy it works. And second, for the user, the X activity tracker is started with only 1 tap and shows real-time workout data. Of every activity, the exercise type, weights, and repetitions are logged. And in the app, a user can look at their results at any given time, share them with friends, and compete against each other. So in a nutshell, we created a digital platform that brings users together, makes friends kudo each other's activities, and inspires others to work out more. What sets us apart is that the problem is huge. Worldwide is 183 million, and we target 21 million fitness enthusiasts, people like us that love to work out and share the experience with friends and family. And we'll start in the Netherlands, then go on to Belgium and the UK in the next phases. And what sets us apart is that we're way more cost efficient than anyone else out there on the market. That we monetize data instead of our hardware, and that we price our product in a way that we can distribute and scale rapidly. And in addition, our business model is simple and consists of 3 aspects. Firstly, selling hardware to gyms. Second, selling service agreements to gyms. And third, selling data licenses to industry experts. Okay, so our product is solid and the market is huge. But what about us? Our team consists of 3 highly skilled co-founders, Mathieu, Michael, and myself. And Mathieu and Michael are experts in hardware and software engineering and look after our in-house development. And I have sales experience. And what brings us together is that we're all fitness enthusiasts and our love for an ambitious challenge. So we're pre-revenue, but the interest is big. We signed an NDA with the world's leading connected fitness equipment manufacturer. We've lined up the top 3 Dutch gym chains, and gym members cannot wait to get started. And so far, we raised $240,000 to fund our pilots, product development, and sales, and reach 100 gym clients by the end of next year. And we're looking to raise another $850,000 by the end of next year in smart capital to become the standard in fitness data technology, to grow our team, to sustain our growth, and fund the mass production of our product, ultimately to become the go-to solution for the fitness industry. And this will bring us to 500 gym clients in 2022 and 1,700 in 2023. Now let me summarize. The problem we solve is huge. We've experienced it ourselves and we created a simple yet scalable product. Now, here we are at our demo day looking for an international organization that's involved in fitness and with a big network that wants to be a part of our compelling process to finish our product and be our first launching partner. And if this is you, come see me after the pitch at our booth, find me online or call me at this number. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lars. Let's welcome Fancision, Lorenzo from Spain.
Hello everyone, super happy to be here. My name is Lorenzo and I am the CTO of Fansession. We are a Spanish-based startup that's using gamification to engage and monetize the football fan. So being a football fan is a little bit like being in a long-distance relationship. On one side, we have the fans who play, interact, compete against each other, and show their knowledge. And on the other side, we have clubs who are in dire need to engage and monetize their fan base better, but simply don't know how to do it or don't have the time to do it. For example, 95% of all football clubs, apps, and websites only show information. Things like scores and lineups and news. These things can easily be found on Google or Twitter. There is no need to download the club's application to find this information, honestly. In total, it's estimated that clubs are missing out on about $500 million in extra revenue every year, just by not engaging their fans properly. And during the pandemic, this got way worse. This is where Fansession comes in. Fansession is the app where fans connect, play, and compete for prizes. And these are some of our main features. First, we have trivias, where users can show their knowledge and win experience and coins. We also offer mini-games like this one. It's called Goal Runner, and it's so much fun. Predictions will be available as well, so every weekend, fans can go full Nostradamus on them. They will also be able to challenge one another, socialize and react to match events, and even vote on decisions of their favorite clubs. Everything you do on the Fansession app contributes to a personalized ranking and a club-based ranking as well. So you can prove you're the best fan, and you can help your team rise to the top. We have already entered the Spanish and Latin American markets, and we're now looking to enter Qatar, which is promising because of Qatar's vision of becoming a worldwide sports hub, hosting big events like the FIFA World Cup, in which we believe we can help them to make it even more memorable. The total size of these markets is $8.4 billion, so there's a lot of opportunity. We have already secured deals with 4 professional clubs already, and are in conversations with various others. Additionally, we are in late-stage negotiations with the Qatar Stars League. Finally, we have secured a contract with Telefonica and a startup called Humanox, which will bring us $40,000 in revenue this year, and we're hoping to triple that next year. Also, in the last few weeks, over 2,500 people pre-registered for the official launch, 200 of which are active members of our community. And just last week, we released the public beta of Fansession for Android and iOS, and we're already seeing traction growing. And believe me, these partnerships, contracts, and initial traction are just the beginning for us. We're just getting started. Fan engagement is a major problem right now, and there are various competitors trying to solve it. However, there are 3 main things that make Fansession stand out from the competition. First, we offer a truly gamified experience. Nobody else is doing this. We know how entertainment looks like, and we design experiences that fans just love. Fansession is completely free for clubs and works as a standalone application or integrated inside clubs' applications, so there's a lot of flexibility. And finally, we are targeting unserved markets, like second divisions in Europe or first division in Latin America and MENA countries. How do we make money, though? We have 3 main revenue streams: a free-to-join model with in-app purchases and ads, a premium subscription with special benefits, and sponsorship activations. But how do clubs make money? It's very simple. All the revenue generated by these 3 income streams is shared with the clubs. They just help us with promotion, and we deliver the revenue. In terms of investment, we have bootstrapped ourselves for $25,000 and secured another $40,000 in cash from QST. We are looking to raise another $350,000, which will allow us to achieve 100K active users by the end of 2021, partnerships with more than 40 clubs, and achieved $400,000 in revenue that year. Finally, let me tell you why we're the best team to make all of this happen. I am the CTO, and I lead the technical side, and together we cover the tech, commercial, sports, and content creation of the company with just the founders. We are a highly integrated team. We have known each other since college, and we have built various successful companies that are still running to this day, making over $1 million per year. So in summary, fans want more entertainment, clubs need more revenue, and FanStation brings them together with a super fun platform. We have gotten this far along in just a few months. Imagine what this team can achieve in the coming ones. We invite you to speak with us after this presentation to take this conversation forward, and we can answer any questions you may have. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Let's welcome Tillman for Gymcraft.
Dear Sheikh Mansour, dear QDB as the paymaster of the party, dear QST for organizing, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for letting me be here to get this chance. You know, as entrepreneurs, we face a lot of risks, but it's in our DNA actually to run for the chances. That's why I'm here. My name is Tillman Holm. I'm the father of two beautiful daughters, the Y, like Mr. Abbasi said, and I wish them a healthy future. Therefore, I'm also the co-father of Gymcraft, our software company based in London dedicated to make fitness fun. Everybody wants to be healthy, but there's a big lack of motivation normally, since cardio fitness is rather boring. Therefore, you see a lot of obesity all over the world. COVID-19 is actually pushing our business. Our solutions let people connect, network, and escape the loneliness which they face in the gym or at home, forced by social distancing rules of COVID-19. So far, fitness is not big fun, but video games, they are really big fun. And that's exactly what we do. Imagine we transmute the fun you know from your video game into your cardio workout, making your cardio time becoming game time, creating like a sugar coating around your cardio workout, letting you forget about the time whilst you're actually exercising. We're doing this by using existing fitness equipment all over the world. So you don't need any new hardware in our system. You use the bikes you know from your home or in your gym, and we connect them to fitness applications. We do this in our new store, which we call Superplay. In Superplay, this is the gateway, the new gateway between the world of gaming and the world of fitness. Here, you can play all the fitness applications just with your own physical input, which means you are the controller of the game by the heart of your speed. If you see an avatar speeding around in the virtual Doha, for example, the speed of the avatar is only dependent on how heavy you're actually pedaling. And the ups and downs in the landscape, you can actually feel by the resistance on your sports device. So the harder you sweat, the better you play. You can play these games either alone or you can connect to people all over the world. You don't need a VR goggle. You can use it, but you can also just use the screen of your mobile phone or the screen which is built in on the hardware device. With this new concept, we are actually in the middle of two emerging markets, the gaming market and the fitness market. We are tapping in a new ocean. We are creating a new genre with Superplay. So far, we have shown this concept all over the world, and the people just loved it. We have gained more than 1,500 users in a very short time during our beta phase. Much more important, we got the 5 biggest manufacturers of the world, such as Live Fitness, Technogym, and etc., behind our back to roll out Superplay amongst their existing clients, starting which is the number 3, reaching out to 25 million customers, followed by the other fitness equipment manufacturers, reaching out to more than 1 million existing customers of our sales partners. And all this is backed by Samsung, a partnership with Samsung. Yes, we have competition, and the competition showed the power of the concept, because our competitor became a unicorn within only 4 years by just addressing a very little niche group, the group of professional cyclists, whereas our group, our target group, is 10 times as big, because we address everyone who is casually going to the gym or wants to stay fit at home. Also, secondly, we stand out because we have an open platform design, which means we invite party developers to create great content for SportsTech, which means we will not end up with 1 or 2 games. We will have thousands of apps like you find it today in your app store. Our business model is very easy. It's like, you know, it's Apple or from Google, which means we have an app store. We take 30% fee of all the fitness applications. The end customer, he pays either direct purchase or he takes the freemium model or subscription model. Our team is exceptional. We have people on board who have already got a successful exit. We have people who know the technique. We have people who know the industry. And we have an institution, very well-known investor on board, Breed Reply, situated in London, which is focused on IoT. So far, we raised $4 million to invest in our core technology, and we are now looking for additional $3.5 million to roll out Superplay amongst the 500 million existing clients of our sales partners, and to onboard third-party developers to create great content for Superplay. We invite you to come on our journey and make Superplay the new stimulus of getting fit. Live healthy, play games.
Thank you, everybody. That concludes our first 5 pitches. We will take a short 15-minute break for prayer, water, restroom, and we'll meet back in here for the next 5. Thank you all.
Can we get back here, please? We're about to get started. Another 25 minutes. It's a good resistance exercise.
Okay, everybody, if we can find our way back to our seats so we can get started again. Just give everybody 2 more minutes. All right, we're gonna get started again. All right, next up, we have Mohammed from Armenia.
Thank you very much. Great to be here. Good morning. My name is Mohammed Malkawi, and I'm CEO of Armenia. Armenia is a London-based company that was founded to solve a major problem for football coaches worldwide, and that is effective and instantaneous communication with their players, either during games or training sessions. Despite all the technological innovations that we have witnessed happen in the world of football in the past few years, coaches still have to rely on shouting and jumping and screaming from the sideline in order to relay a simple message to a player 100 meters away. They have tried creative throughout the years. Some tried handing their players pieces of paper as they run along the sideline, while in 2005, Vanderlei Luxemburgo, then coach of Real Madrid, actually asked his captain Raul Gonzalez to wear an earpiece during the 90 minutes of a friendly game. And that is why we created the world's first and only wireless communication system made specifically for football teams. Using Harmony, coaches can relay instructions and philosophies to their players in a normal speaking voice and in an instantaneous manner. With our current product, Harmony Light, coaches will be able to pick a single or multiple player to communicate with using this small handheld Harmony walkie-talkie in it, while players have these small and safe and secure receivers implemented in the back pocket of this sport bra. But as is the case with any innovative and futuristic hardware company, the moment we launch a product, we immediately start thinking about our next. And that's why we have partnered with the Swiss company ASI, and together we're launching a new product, a new all-in-one product called Harmony Elite, that in addition to our wireless communication technology, will have robust performance tracking and injury prevention technologies, all using 5G connectivity. Using an app on their phone, coaches will be able to pick a single or multiple player to communicate with a single click of a button, in addition to reviewing data, statistics, and even instant message their players. The user-friendly software provides live data analysis and visualization, such as heart rate, acceleration, and total distance. After signing multiple agreements with football clubs in the USA, Europe, and the Middle East, we are proud to say that Harmony Light is now being used in games and training sessions. And even though we have a couple of thousands in revenue, we are looking to expand our production and marketing efforts to reach a bigger audience and expand our revenue. And if I'm reading your minds right now, you're wondering if this technology is permitted to be used in official games and trainings, in official games and competitions. And I'm happy to tell you that after a very successful meeting that I had with the president of the IFAB in Zurich in 2018, we have devised a specific roadmap to obtain regulatory approval for our system to be used in official games. And we're confident that we will be the first company to solve this problem and obtain such approval. Built in a B2B model, we have 3 revenue streams: direct sale of the hardware, monthly software subscription, in addition to sponsorship and advertisement on the vest. According to a FIFA survey, there are 1.5 million teams worldwide. 75,000 of those fall under what we consider to be our total serviceable market. And our target is to have acquired 10% of that market, or 6,500 teams, in the next 5 years. While our commitment and focus remain on becoming the premier communication system for football, we do have our sights set at leveraging our technology to strategically expand to other sports, namely rugby, cricket, surfing, and skateboarding. Our team is made up of industry experts with diverse and broad experience in the football world business. And we are bound by our passion to make history by introducing wireless communication to the game of football, hopefully by World Cup 2022. Actually, I'm very happy to announce today that we have reached a very advanced stage in our talks with Xavi Hernandez, who will, inshallah, be joining us as a shareholder and a brand ambassador. And stay tuned for the official announcement this week. Thus far, we have raised $240,000, and we're looking to raise additional $500,000 in a seed round, which will provide us with a runway of 18 months with focus on production, R&D, marketing, and legal. So if you'd like to be part of this journey, please meet me at my office after this presentation, and I thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mohammed. Next up, we have Antonio from Galazos.
Sheikh Mansour, Heba, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Antonio Failache, and I'm the founder of Galazos. Let me tell you a story. Take a look at this headline. Just after the 2014 World Cup, McDonald's got World Cup exposure, but no revenue. McDonald's probably spent millions of dollars in being a sponsor of this tournament, but how many more extra hamburgers did they need to sell, or did they sell, to get a return on investment? Probably none. Now, this is not only a problem of McDonald's. Brands spend millions of dollars every year in sponsorship, and pretty much what they get is a logo and a shirt. Now, brands face daily issues regarding sports brand activation. This means capturing Welcome to Galazos. Galazos is a sports gamification platform for brands and fans. And it works in 3 ways. First, fans predict the outcome of professional football games, like the score, the win-loss draw, or if famous player Ronaldo is going to take his shirt after a goal. Players play with points, not money. Galazos is 100% free for fans. Second, fans socialize with their friends on our platform. And third, fans leverage our gamification and fan engagement capabilities in our fabulous tournaments. Not only this, fans can win fabulous prizes like cool team jerseys, VIP tickets for games, and fabulous vacations. So now, McDonald's can embed Galazos inside their app and dramatically improve marketing activation on top of their existing sponsorship. They can run a tremendously fun football predictions competition, increase the engagement of their app, and additionally, they can generate traffic and sales to the stores via vouchers and reward their consumers. This is a massive market. There's 4 billion football fans in the world, and brands spend $100 billion a year in marketing activation activities. What's really unique about Galazos with respect to the brands you see on the right-hand side is that we focus both on brands and on the mass market of fans with a solution that's easy, fun, and rewarding. I'm glad to mention that we are in advanced conversations with the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy, organizers of the World Cup, to launch a tremendously fun fan engagement competition in the Americas in the next months. Additionally, we launched in 2019, and with 2 partners, we generated already nearly $100,000 in revenue, and we have 30 plus more brands that want to include and engage Galazos inside their apps right now. We reach an audience of 1.1 million fans today with the Galazos brand in an audience reach. And our business model is simple. We have a per active per user per month model where brands can easily join us and grow with us as they scale their users. We are the perfect team to scale this venture. Felipe was head of digital operations of Televisa, which is like the Al Jazeera of the Hispanic world. Santiago leads our tech team. He has been developing tech products for 10 plus years, and I have engaged for 20 plus years with the world's biggest brands. We already closed a round of financing of 700,000, and we have a Series Seed open of 1.5 million to help us grow our venture. We plan to grow our fan base to 1 million fan users and 15 brand clients. We plan to use these funds for key hires in marketing, sales, and operations, and launch a big digital and PR campaign. So how do we conclude this story? We have this huge problem of brands that pay millions of dollars in sports sponsorship. And Golazos is the perfect solution for them to achieve an incredible return on investment. Thank you very much. I look forward to have a conversation with you in my office to discuss how we can partner together and continue to grow this venture very fast. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Antonio. We do have 3 pitches that are virtual, and just due to the situation around the world, they weren't able to travel. So we will start with Hot Switch from the US.
Switch Interactive TV as a service. Today I'm going to tell you why TV and sports networks across Latin America and Europe are already powering hundreds of thousands of engagements with Hot Switch. But first, let me kick off with the current market trend to set the frame for our company and the space that we operate in. This year, media and sports streaming is the fastest growing entertainment tech segment with double-digit annualized growth. Giants like Netflix, Disney, and Apple are already investing over $30 billion combined into their content and streaming platforms. And in the coming years, this wave is going to touch every major TV and sports network around the globe by the thousands, as fans continue to switch off watching on cable to watching on their phones and smart TV apps and their laptops. And so what 2020 has done is accelerate this consumer shift. And this is the reason why Watch Together has quickly become the next feature for any TV company trying to deliver direct to consumer. As you can see in this slide, many of these media giants are already racing to integrate interactive fan solutions as we speak. They're rolling out experiences like group watch and live watch parties at a very quick pace. And it only makes sense because when you own the streaming app and you already have millions of viewers inside of it, you no longer need to lose social engagement to third parties like Facebook or Twitter. Because that lost engagement at the end of the day means lost viewership data and monetization opportunities that are too valuable to pass up, particularly in a space that is now highly competitive and where companies are scrambling to diversify their apps for consumer dollars. We founded Hot Switch with this problem in mind, with the next expansion of streaming in mind. We're a company built to make your streams interactive and monetizable inside of your apps. At Hot Switch, we are laser focused on empowering our clients to first retain their users in-app instead of losing them to Facebook or Twitter. But second, generate new revenue streams on top of that via things like in-app purchases, subscriptions, and sponsorships. And last but not least, own their own social analytics instead of the outdated model of having to purchase those third-party reports from companies like Nielsen. Hot Switch is like having Facebook or Twitter live watch parties inside of your apps. This makes us unique in a market landscape where most competitors are still offering brands standalone apps that they have to launch separately and that still end up diluting their network's fan base. Hot Switch is built as a simple plug-in SDK. It integrates seamlessly activating experiences like fan zones, games, and sports analytics across multiple platforms and devices simultaneously. All of this powered by Hot Switch Backstage, our own robust content manager and analytics backend. It allows you to create, schedule, and launch live engagements as well as activate sponsors. And what's unique is its scalability and flexibility. Our pricing model is built to grow in tandem with our partners, which allows them to expand experiences and even activate sponsors on a monthly license basis. This means that as we capture market share, we've positioned Hot Switch to scale quickly with them. And like I said, this is a platform that's already fully built. It is live. It is powering interactivity for clients like a major European sports league and the second largest TV network in Mexico, whose streaming app has already launched Hot Switch across every region and seen hundreds of thousands of interactions per month. Not only that, but TV Azteca has already activated multiple sponsoring partners such as AT&T and Unifone, the two largest telcos in Mexico, who are now hosting these events as part of their advertising packages. And so with TV Azteca, we've delivered on every one of those focuses: higher engagement, diversified revenue, and data ownership. We have a heavy-hitting team coming from technology at companies like Disney and Google to content production and sales at HBO, UFC, and Viacom CBS. This is a team that has taken Hot Switch through Alchemist, a TechCrunch Platinum Accelerator in Silicon Valley, and raised funding from large media companies like Whiskey Films and BTF Media, who produce content for Disney and Netflix today. And so we've recently joined Qatar SportsTech, raised funding from companies like Qatar Development Bank, looking towards the World Cup 2022. In the past 5 weeks, we've already scoped a trial integration partnership with 2 major networks in the region, and our team is looking for a financing partner to join us on a $1.5 million round of seed funding with $400,000 invested so far to scale those sales operations and support activations for growth in Qatar. Thank you. We're extremely thrilled to be able to partner with you, and we'll be looking forward for a Q&A and to have a conversation afterwards. Bye-bye.
That was Andres. Next, we'll have Eamon from Droner, also in the US.
Hi everyone, my name is Ayman Salem and I'm the CEO and founder of Droner. We are located in Burbank, California in the United States, and we do sports performance, both physical and mental. We specialize in contactless remote health monitoring via AI drone technology. And what I mean by contactless remote health monitor are the health markers like facial expressions, skin color, temperature, respiratory rate. And we started with facial expressions because different facial expressions can exemplify player behavior of where they stand mentally and physically prior to playing a match, during a match, and post-match. Droner guides every element of the winning formula. So we're able to identify emotional and physical vulnerabilities. We help build team and player-to-player trust. We help players perform at their mental best. We help teams win, and then they can repeat this winning formula. We identify 3 major problems: declining sports TV viewership, sluggish advertising market because of COVID, as well as increasing team cost of injury per player. We provide one solution by using athletes' facial expressions to create emotional profiles. We utilize video feeds from drones during training, as well as during pre-games, and we utilize direct video broadcasts from games to create innovative new TV broadcasting and streaming content. We also take old digital content and reinvigorate it with new emotional content, and we help monitor and prevent injuries during training and game day. We have 2 core technologies: drone dynamic tracking as well as facial expression recognition using our own AI networks. The science behind what we do relies on few papers, and the summary of these papers that facial expressions reflect the psychological adjustment of athletes and directly correlates with performance. We give new life to old digital content, so we're able to tell new untold stories of winning, especially if we take old content like a game that was played a year or 2 years ago, and we run it through our AI neural networks, and we come with new stories. We also do real-time emotional maps during broadcasts or during training. We identify emotional vulnerabilities. And for teams, there are only 2 metrics: physical performance and trust. And for a team to be a winning team, you need the team members to be high performers, high trust, or at least medium performers, high trust. We also identify pain during training as well as during games, and we are able to help athletes to rehab faster. And we all know that less missed games translates to more winnings. Our business model is straightforward. It's a SaaS model for athletic teams and broadcasters, as well as a freemium streaming service for fans during practice and game day. We also provide additional AI data services where we correlate physical and emotional metrics. The market opportunity is huge. For sports media, it's about $20 billion. For remote health monitoring, it's about $2 billion. And for sports medicine, it's about $7 billion. Our competitive advantage lies with our intellectual property that's protected by USA patents. We also have a strong brain trust in sports medicine, AI, and contactless remote health monitoring. We also have access to professional USA sports markets. We provide a turnkey solution through our partnerships with IQ Technologies, as well as Carl & Jobs, as well as UmiDo, as one-stop shop solution to enhance player health development and maintenance. Our team is made of world-renowned MD technologists in AI, sports medicine, and contactless remote health monitoring. Dr. Carlos Eclos is part of the Carl & Jobs at Cedars-Sinai. Dr. Emmanuel Fambu is a cardiothoracic surgeon in New York, and he was the previous head of digital health at Johnson & Johnson and Novartis, and he had multiple exits. We secured $1 million in investments in cash and in kind so far. That got us to where we're at. We're raising a Series A of $1 million, that $300,000 were verbally pledged. We expect our pre-sale to be in the first quarter of 2021. The money that we're raising, we're going to utilize for software R&D, marketing, sales, overhead, administrative, legal, and some reserves. Thank you very much, and you can join our fun journey. Please drop us a line at ayadroner.ai. Thank you.
And our final pitch of the day is Fate Esports from Jordan, Mohammed presenting.
This is esports, a booming billion-dollar industry that many have not heard about. And Fate Esports is at the forefront, evolving global esports and pioneering the MENA region. So what's the problem? There's a massive disconnect as sponsors and brands struggle to align with the hyper-growing esports industry. And how do we solve this? We are an organization with some of the best gamers worldwide. We have created a massive competitive gaming and lifestyle brand. And we create cutting-edge content that brands and sponsors can access. So here's what we do. Team and talent management and talent nurturing, event organization by creating state-of-the-art gaming events, and high-tech broadcast reaching millions of gamers across the world. So what's the market size? Gaming is a $151 billion industry. There are 2.5 billion gamers in the world, and competitive gaming is currently a $1.1 billion market, while the MENA gaming industry is estimated at $4.4 billion and is growing at a rate of 25% year over year. And who's our target market? Sponsors and gaming brands interested in advertising to the millions of gamers across the world, and elite gamers and competitive gaming audiences. And how do we make our money? Through sponsorships and partnerships during our competitive events, on our team jerseys, and in our popular content, through competition and prize pool earnings, and organizing immersive gaming events, ticketing, streaming revenue, and IP rights. And who runs the show? Hazem Bawab, my partner, a Jordanian entrepreneur and the founder of United Business Applications, Omar Ma'ai, my other partner, and an attorney at the Dubai office of Latham & Watkins, and myself, with over 14 years of experience in video, live broadcast sports, and content creation. And of course, our teams, partners, and talent who have till today competed in 18 countries and where our brand is currently partnered with 6 countries worldwide. And now for our traction. We're currently sponsored by Orange Telecom and HyperX by Kingston Technology. We've also collaborated with global gaming developers, including Bandai Namco Entertainment and Tencent. We've competed and have been invited to some of the most prestigious gaming events in the world. We've made over $160,000 in prize pool earnings from competitions over the past 3 years. We're attracting over 50,000 direct fan engagements every month. And in 2019, we competed in the Tekken World Tour Grand Finals with over 500,000 people tuning in to watch online. We're looking to raise $1.2 million. We've made over $100,000 in revenue in 2020, and we're projected to make over $200,000 in 2021. And finally, how we're using the funds? Number 1 is to hire more players, teams, coaches, analysts, content creators, social media managers, project managers, and technical staff, marketing, branding, and merchandising, building the Fate Esports training facility and competition arena, entering the US market through a Fate USA arm, and travel expenses for our players and our talent. The esports industry is a phenomenon, and we're at the forefront, proven by results. We would love to see you pioneering this space alongside us. Thank you.
So that concludes our pitches. We do have a quick video to highlight what their experience was these past 12 weeks. With the closing video, we will then go through into the ceremony of trophies and then go to lunch together. So let's see.
We are very happy to have been selected for this program and to have been in this cohort of QST.
The acceleration by QST has been an amazing experience, and the organization has helped us tremendously. Extremely excited when we got in. Our celebration was like if our favorite sports team scored a goal in the finals.
Being here at QST not only helped us getting the focus we need to do what we want to do, but also having the right focus to do what we do.
As a founder and my team is very grateful and thankful for the opportunity that Qatar SportsTech has given us.
QST has really helped us because we were able to fully focus on our product development. We met mentors, incredible mentors that could actually help us with fitting in some answers we had.
Do this by using existing fitness devices, which you can see all over the world in a gym, or you're using it at home. The harder you actually sweat, the better you play. Yeah, that's the idea behind Dreamcraft.
And then obviously with the help that they've provided us, all the people that we've met and the mentors, it's been absolutely fantastic.
We're very grateful to the team at Qatar SportsTech for putting on an amazing program, for allowing us to really make headway in this space and become a key, and have Qatar become a key focus of our company moving forward.
We're very pleased to be at the Business Accelerator with Qatar SportsTech. So we're very happy with the 12 weeks. We can see the difference. We're more focused, we're more organized, and we're better for it.
We have met a lot of people off of who QST has introduced us to, and we're very happy and proud of this partnership. And we're hoping to grow esports in the country specifically.
Thank you for that. I'm going to ask Ahmed. Sheikh Ahmed, is he here to join me on stage? I think I just saw him come up. And we will go through the ceremony for the startups. So please, if you can get ready to come up and get your trophies on the side. First up will be Jim's story. Thank you, guys. Golazos, Antonio. Thank you, Antonio. Next up, Armini Mohammed. Fancision, Lorenzo and Alejandro. Billy, Life. Marco and David for Yumidu. Tillman from Gymcraft. To all our partners, we also have a trophy for yourselves. Please don't leave without it. It will be at the exit after lunch. For now, we will go and have lunch together. The startup offices will be open for you to visit them, meet with them, and test out their products. On another note as well, we will have all these pitches online on the website so you can share with your greater community. So we will share the link with everybody, and if you can just pass them around, get their people's attention, attraction, and get some investors to fund them. Thank you all for your time. It's been a pleasure. And congratulations to the startups. Group picture.